Hello? Is this working? Can you hear me? If you could hear me, could you send me your favorite emoji in chat? There you go. Thank you so much. That's a really good way to figure out the latency. Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, good evening, good day. I'm trying to figure out how these streaming things work. The chat looks so colourful now. This may be a slow start because I am figuring things out. So bear with me. With this stream working now, I'm just going to announce that I'm streaming on some of my platforms so that people don't miss out. I'm so sorry it's taken a while. I'm not supposed to start the stream until later today, but it's just good to let people know. Every time I do a live or a stream somewhere, everyone is just, due to time zones and also the different platforms that people use, they tend to miss out. Okay. I've also put myself in a situation where I haven't eaten breakfast and I'm already in front of my screen, which is not a great boundary to have as someone who works in front of the screen most of the time. This is horrible. I'll get myself set up. What? You got a donation earlier. What? Can you stop? How do I stop that? How do I stop the donations? Genuinely? How do I stop that? How do I stop? How to stop YouTube live donations? Disable the supers feature in YouTube Studio. Click. I don't have it on. No, I don't send me money. Don't send me money. I've got way too much money. Please don't send me money. I don't know how to turn it off. I swear, I have it. I have monetization disabled. There's no way. It's not accessible here. It's disabled. Don't send me money. Don't do it. I swear to God, please do not. You can give your hearts out, not through money, and maybe drawing something for yourself and then posting it under the Yaelokre tag. That would be really nice. But don't use money. I can make my own money. I don't need your money, okay? I'm gonna get myself set up and then I can look for some food. I'm not gonna cook today because I'll be streaming, but yeah, let's get something. Oh, 25 pesos is not too bad. That's like less than a penny. please. I don't know. I'm new to this streaming thing, and if sending me money won't do you any good. Gosh. Okay. I'll have this set up. I'll have this up and running. What is the usual canvas size? I want it to be 45, 500. Not too bad. And we'll just have to double that down. Do I sound okay? Do I sound quiet? Do I sound far away? Do I sound weird? Okay. Yeah. I'm just setting it up, and then I'll look for food. I won't go back the entire stream without eating, don't worry about it. I don't want you to hear my tummy grumbling and rumbling. I don't want that here. Okay, what food should we get? I am now looking for food. What are your cravings right now? If you had one thing that you wanted to eat at this very moment, what would it be? Wait, I'm a fool. I have food in the fridge that I could just heat up because I was smart and I took care of it yesterday, and now I could just go to the fridge. Let's just go to the fridge. Yeah. I'm just heating up my food. I don't know how my mic is able to catch things. It's in the other room, but my microwave is doing its job. Yes. I need to save this. And the hound is calling you alive. You just saw some of my files there. That's okay. Lark Portraits. Yeah. Hello. I just got my food. I'm going to be muting in and out so that I don't disgust everybody with my obnoxious chewing. I will be reading the chat while I do so. If I see any questions that I am able to answer while I'm not chewing, I will try to do so. Give me at least 30 minutes to put some food in myself. Okay. Okay, I'm back. So sorry. I just had to wait for my burp to happen. I did not want that to be caught at such high quality. Okay, let's get this out of the way. I wish we could listen to some of my favorite songs during live streams. Unfortunately, I cannot do that. You can't play music on stream because of copyright. Sorry, it's not practical. My favourite Nothing But Thieves song. That's a really good question. I need to just remember. It got me thinking. I like all of their songs. I love the album, the Nothing But Thieves album. At the same time, Moral Panic is really good. I love all of their songs, to be fair. How do I stop people from giving me money? I'm not. Google, how to stop YouTube donations. Click on the super stab at the top. Where? It doesn't say. Clip Studio Paint. Costs money. It does have a subscription, and I think you can buy it one time, but there's also a subscription version, but I may be outdated on the information. There is a free trial for it though. But if you're looking for an equivalent, Krita would be better. Krita? How do I spell it? Krita is a really good, quite advanced drawing software that you can use, and it's free. And it's practically like this platform, this program, I mean. One of the things that I found tricky when drawing coal, well, I still do find it tricky, is figuring out the hair. How do you say that? The direction of their hair. So this is where I want it to make sense. Yeah, that's about right. You want that to be round faced. Because it just makes them look like a baby. I used to draw eyes that were really... I used to draw eyes quite big. This is how I used to draw eyes. I think they're so expressive. But at the same time, I just find smaller eyes to be so adorable and innocent, and it gives you that opportunity to learn how to show how expressive a character can get through different means, and you don't have to rely on how their eyes are. Such a passive smile, so sweet, so cute. To be fair, you wouldn't really see their ears because their hair is already so messy and all over the place. It wouldn't really make sense. It's so fluffy. Sorry for the typing. I don't remember that correctly. Needle in the thread, gotta get you out of my head. Got that stuck in my head. Needle in the thread, gotta wind up dead. It's so cute. It's so cute. It's so small. It's so small. Oh. It's so small. I'm going to be rendering this even more realistically, so it's going to affect me even more. It makes me really emotional. Aww. So sweet. So sweet. I love these. Okay. It's the little baby fats on the this lower cheek. Sorry. I know. I just shut my mind off for a moment while I was drawing, and now I'm back and present and looking at what I did, and I am just really affected by it. Oh my gosh. Look how adorable it is. Oh, whatever. I make content for myself and I just share it with people. I make content so that I can gush over how adorable these children are. Oh, hold on. Let's Ooh. Ooh. Okay. 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 I think we should up this a little bit more. No, kind of like that. No, I don't really care. I think that's better. Clement! Clement Dearworth. Cole's face is rounder than Clement's. Clement's face is also round, but a bit more oval. So if this is Cole and this is Clement, they're both just. They make me so happy. Oh, they make me so happy. Oh, they're just little. I saw a comment on one of the videos of me talking about something about the Lark, and then people were going, they're just Funko Pops because their head is so big. oh, this is going to be so much fun because the portrait's just going to be hair everywhere. And a big toothy smile. Repeating it again, I don't want the money. I also don't want people harassing the people sending money. Respectfully, I do not gain anything from your donations. Of course, it's nice. It's the money will go to me, but I don't need it. Please, I I appreciate it, but there are multiple ways, many other ways for you to support me than straight up giving me money, and that is just listening to the music and going to the shows and having that experience. But yes, be nicer to people who mistakenly donate. Just just keep reminding, I suppose, but as nice as you can. Thank you so much. If you got the money, go grab yourself something, a snack. Go grab yourself a good meal. Don't give it to me. I wanted to showcase that Command has an uneven bangs. The fringe is poorly cut because they keep cutting it with a makeshift sword. because they think it's badass. Can't deal with this kid. Fun fact about Clement as well is that the Lark, they have a neighbor, and the neighbor has a garden, and the garden is full of, you know, vegetables and fruits. I don't really have a name for the neighbor, but she often gets irritated about how that there are rats and rodents and getting into the crops, and she needs someone to help her out. I can't speak for some reason. I'm having a hard time finding my words. And then, of course, Clement, living almost right next to her, Clement is like, I'm gonna be helping you. Let me help you. Let me fend off all the dangers. Protect the carrots, the tomatoes. I'll fend them off. Just for you. And they act and play as this knightly figure. And then, of course, the neighbor is like, oh, you're so sweet, little Clement. Thank you so much. No problem. And then, what the neighbor doesn't know is that Clement is unconsciously stealing the crops, the produce, the fruits, the tomatoes, the potatoes, and the carrots, and so on and so forth. And Clement isn't doing this to be a bad kid. Like, Clement is just being a kid of, I'm thinking about my friends. I'm going to get my friends some really good snacks. Oh, this tomato looks really good. It looks really ripe and sweet. Oh, these berries are looking really ripe right now. I should bring home some for my friends. And so the neighbor doesn't know that the rodents weren't actually the ones stealing. It was Clement. Clement is the Peter Rabbit of Lark. Clement is so innocent. They don't know that what they're doing is one of the reasons why they're helping in the first place. This kid is so, you know how kids can be so smart and at the same time, because they're kids, they just do things. I love writing kids so much. It's so funny. They get me so emotional, but at the same time, they're so funny unintentionally. Oh, surprisingly that grin looks okay when I switched. Never mind. Or do you want the roundness of the face to feel more prominent in this portrait? Because baby fat is adorable. I'm not a fan of the whole bow thing. It's too stereotypical. But to be fair, symbolic. There's something off that I don't like about it. I think it's just the angle. But to be fair, giving them that, it fits kind of fits. I kind of. I do like that a lot. The face you see as you walk into the playwright's house, bombarding you with all that curiosity and wonder in those eyes. Oh, silver eyes. Can't deal with this kid. Can't deal with this kid. This kid. Oh. I think Clement's the creepiest kid out of all the Lark. Because they're so unpredictable. But that's the fun bit, because they're representative of the future, as with the bell ringer, which is why they're so fun. So unpredictable. Oh, God. This is hilarious. Get this kid some contacts, dude. I love making fun of Clement. I love Clement so much. I need to fix that. any dirt. Fix up rendering later. Sketch looks wonky. That's okay. I'll be painting it later anyway. That's okay. That's okay. So cheeky. The most kid smile ever. Okay, I will be drawing Kingsley next. Stretch. Another thing to clarify that I just got reminded of is people think that, for example, in Cole's response, the let me just find my stuff. People think that in this video that they were younger, but they're not. The kids' age don't change with my art style. They may look younger, they may look older, but they're always going to be 9, 10, 11, 12. And my art style during the Harpy Hair music video was not as fleshed out as what I have now. I struggled. I used to struggle with drawing kids, but I'm growing every time and I'm improving every single time. And yeah, they were never teenagers. They've always been 9, 10, 11, 12. The portraits look more like they're more grown up. What do you mean? That's something that I don't get. It's like I draw them younger than I draw them as young as I could every single time, and people will go into my comment section and go, have they grown? And I'm like, what do kids look like to you? Kids have so much fat in their face that they are so expressive. They laugh and cringe and fold their face so much that they develop these exaggerated wrinkles in their faces. Someone says that I think they're expecting toddlers, low-key. Yeah, I get that. But 9 to 12-year-old kids can vary, and that is the point of when children get to that certain point, depending on the genes as well, of whether or not they look more mature or not. And they're in that awkward stage of you don't really know how old they are. Yes, I suppose that is. I'm guessing that it's such an odd thing to me because whenever I draw the lark, I often look at, references, and I study faces whenever I'm drawing a character, any character, maybe a kid or an adult. And I think a lot of the media nowadays are just so exposed to how simplified and anime is one of them. I don't think a lot of people are way too exposed to semi-realistic art styles, and that is why I get these really odd comments. And just to clarify, like, I don't care if people send critique my art. It's just the section where people think the kids look older, and I'm so confused. Is it because I'm putting realistic features like wrinkles and eye bags and smile lines on them? I don't know. Let me try to find you some of my old artworks. author. Image from Just trying to find it. Okay. Just to prove a point, what can I send this? Just to prove a point, this is an old artwork I did of an old OC I don't really have anymore. And I don't really use this character anymore for anything. But this is an old artwork I did 3 years ago. And here is them grown up. As you can see, I'm recycling a lot of my themes because I do love goats, and the missing tooth and the whatchamacallit? This is an old character that I used to have. I don't really use them anymore, and as you can see, I've recycled a lot of their features in my current work. So the silver eyes and the braids and the color of the hair and the missing tooth and the goat themes. And this is them when they were around 8. And this was them as a teenager. Well, around, I think from what I remember, 18. And putting aside the European and that side of the world features, a lot of Asian people look really youthful growing up. And that is what I'm basing off most of the time, because I am Asian as a reference. You could see the difference in... I'm just trying to prove a point. Why am I justifying things? The difference in the face shape is that their face starts to get more sculpted and the nose starts to get more prominent and so on and so forth. This is my usual art style. But ever since starting Yaelokre, I was put in a position where I felt like I needed to produce more rather than the quality, which isn't great at all. In comparison to this was done in 2022. And I released the Hardly Hair music video in 2024, and it looks like... I'm not supposed to swear. It looks really bad. In comparison to the quality that I have of my portraits. I am an illustrator. I am not an animator. I am an illustrator, and I illustrate things. I don't animate, and that's why a lot of my trailers look cheap, to me at least, as because I can't consistently have that much time. For another example is this one I'm working on, and I don't know if I'm gonna finish this, but this is another self-portrait that I've been trying to do. I'm just being lazy about it. This is what I usually do. This is my if I had to say real art style, I illustrate, I paint, I don't do animations, and that's why it's so inconsistent. I haven't finished this. Maybe I'll finish it. Maybe I will. I think I really need to get back into painting and illustrating the way I want to. And with this the portraits, I hope to do so. Also, just I'm seeing a lot of people having a hard time keeping up with the chat. If possible, as much as we can, are we able to keep the live chat on topic and not have any other fandoms but in as much? Because some people are familiar with that media, but some people are also not, and they feel a little bit left behind, or they don't belong. I think it would be sweet if everyone was in the same boat. I wonder if I can control the chat slowing down, because I'm seeing people having a hard time keeping up. Um, hmm. I'm doing the Lark in order. So Colt, Clemence, Kingsley, and then Peregrine. The Lark order is based off of the Harkers and who is most expected amongst the four. For example, first you get reminded of the past, and then second, what will you do about it in the future? And then third is, how is that going to work? Like, how are you going to order it? How are you going to put balance into that? And then the fourth, the last one would be, how are you going to, how you've prepared for that chaos and that storm to come, and the crone. Oh, that makes sense. Since this is the first YouTube live stream I've done, I'm definitely going to be extra prepared for next time for the chat, so that people don't feel discomfort with the spamming and it's kind of out of control. And then maybe I'll get some help as well. I'm most probably not going to reach the colouring stages of these portraits today. I don't think I can sit in front of my desk for the entirety of it. Yeah, I'll get some moderators. Thank you for being patient with me, though. I'm not uncomfortable about people mentioning other fandoms. It's making other people in the chat uncomfortable because some of them know it, but some of them don't know it, and they feel left out most of the time when they don't. And I think it just would be safer to make people feel included by sharing a topic that is given, and that is whatever's going on in this stream, I suppose. Definitely what Mel says. I feel like the problem is less making people feel left out and more so the fact that it's making the chat extremely hard to keep up. There's millions of things going on, and that's true. I'll get something going on for next time I do this stream. Or someone, a moderator, and I'll make sure that the chat doesn't feel too overwhelming. Because even I am having a hard time reading at a good pace. I really don't know how to handle that. I'm not much of a techie live stream person. I'm getting hungry again. I think I'll do this really quickly and then I'll think of something. What my plan will be for the rest of the day. Thank you, RJ. I'll sort that out, the keywords and such. Mm-hmm. Hello to the people who are coming in for the first time. This is also my first time having a live stream on YouTube. I don't have a lot of things set up properly, so I'm so sorry if it's quite a mess. Experiences may vary though. I've so far had a live on Instagram, Twitch, and the Discord server, and now here. And they're all quite different, just depending on the type of people available on chat too. From the last stream, I streamed an artwork which were the Lark, and they were all hugging. I'm probably going to finish it when I have free time, but it's not a mandatory illustration for me. Something to go back to. I buy my clothes from charity shops, thrift stores, and second-hand places, and I like to upcycle things. I think, personally, I find clothes that are not brand new to look and style better than the current fashion that they have in the usual stores. So it's kind of unpredictable as well. I didn't like how Kingsley's hair is so disorganised. But to be fair, that's the point, isn't it? But I don't want it. It's still surprising that there are about 500 of you here. So that's silly. This has been the most chaotic the chat has been out of all the platforms. Quite specific. I wonder if I can stream art on Instagram. I need to look that up. I think it would be nice to give each platform a bit of attention in terms of streaming. All my bags are packed, I'm ready to go. I'm standing here outside your door. I hate to wake you up, say goodbye. On his way, sunny morning, taxi's waiting. He's blowing his horn. As I'm leaving on a jet plane, oh no, I'll be back again. To respond to RJ again, I'm using OBS. I wonder if I'll be able to have that connect and work. I know it's not going to be as simple, but just having the desktop connected to the account would be nice. Honestly, if Discord allows me, I'd switch to Discord right now. But last time, for some reason, it did not work. So probably what I'm going to do, since it's 11:30 AM now, I will be taking a lunch break, and then I'll come back and try on Discord if it works. Oh, okay. The Wonderbook does have an official Discord server. And there are a lot of fun things that's happening there. than me. I feel really hungry right now, so I'm not going to continue this in another hour. I'll get back to it and finish Peregrine, and I'll figure out if I can get this to work during Discord time. Discord. I can send an invitation at this very moment. Hold on. See if that works. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me today. It was good to test out how YouTube would work, and I do need moderation for it to be a more pleasant experience for everybody, and definitely easy to work out, I think. That's a good start. I like sharing my progress and my process, and it makes me feel a lot more productive within myself, I suppose, because the curiosity is there and I'm not the only one being curious. So yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate all of you for being so supportive and enthusiastic at all times. Bye.